grass is starting to green up, and flowers are starting to bloom, blossom, and just life is coming back. Hey guys, Dan Jerseth here and my girlfriend Klein, and we are taking Daisy out for a walk at the moment. And I wanted to hop on here, and for this week's video I wanted to talk about the climate in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. And I know Klein will have a lot to say about that because she doesn't like the cold, and there's things I like about the cold, but let's talk about the winter first. So why don't you start us off with the winter, Klein, and kind of talk about what the things you like about winter and what are the things you dislike about winter?
I think it's easier to start with dislike. It gets really, really cold up here and it snows a lot.
How cold?
It can get in the negative double digits.
Like negative 15, negative 20 degrees. That's like in like early January, February. It can get so cold.
Right. And that's where it just hurts to go outside. It's not fun. Plus, having to shovel snow on top of that in the cold is just rough.
It is. Yep. It's rough. And I always like to bring up the fact that when it's in the middle of winter and it's like negative 15, negative 20 degrees, sometimes the wind chill is even colder than that. And for people who haven't experienced that cold, it's literally painful to walk outside into. So even if you're parked at the grocery store and you're walking from your car to inside the front doors of the grocery store, it's like you're sprinting, right?
Yep.
You ever do that?
Yep.
I got it. Sorry, my dog's going crazy because she's seen another dog. Daisy, hi, say hi to everybody. Say hi. You sit. Oh, good girl. Okay, let's go. Sorry, she saw another dog and like wanted to sprint off.
Another golden
retriever.
Gets her even more excited.
So if this video is jostling all around it, that's why. It's because she's really pulling on me. And so where were we? Winter. What are the things that you like about winter, if there are any?
That's tough. I mean, I like that we have a garage now. That's kind of a must.
That is nice.
But also, I don't know if you've ever heard of the term hygge, H-Y-G-G-E.
I don't think I even have.
Basically, it's kind of a Norwegian term, I believe. And it's basically getting comfortable and it's uncomfortable outside type of thing. So my point in bringing that up is it's a nice time to get together with friends, light some candles, read some books, watch some movies, just have a good time. Because you don't want to go outside, you make the most of it inside, right?
And personally, it's probably like one of my least favorite times of the year. And the reason is because it's kind of like wet outside. And that's just, I mean, some people like it because the grass is starting to green up and flowers are starting to bloom, blossom, and just life is coming back, which is great. But at the same time, it's just kind of wet outside from all the snow melting for half the springtime. My birthday is in May, so
gotta like spring a little bit.
That's one positive thing, but other than that, it's like, well, probably one of my least favorite parts of the year, just because I like to do outdoors things. And it's like muggy. I don't know, like right now it's super muggy outside.
The other thing too is in Wisconsin, or Eau Claire particularly, the other thing about spring in Wisconsin, or Eau Claire in particular, is that it's very up and down weather. So before, like about 2 weeks ago, we were in the 40s and 30s, and
snowing.
Now we're in the 80s now, and it's only been a week. So
it was 84 degrees a couple days ago.
It's very hard to predict what the weather's going to be like and when it's going to turn to warm.
Yes.
So that's the other thing about spring. But like he said, it's beautiful. Downtown Eau Claire, Phoenix Park is always gorgeous, right by the river. The grass is getting greener, which is always nice. Weather's getting nicer. Can't complain about spring right after you've been through that tough winter.
Yeah, I'm just kind of, I think the biggest reason why spring is probably one of my least favorite parts is just, I just want it to be nice outside, nice enough outside to the point where you can go to the beaches and get the four-wheeler out and go on trails, but they're usually closed down until middle of spring because their trails are still too wet. But anyways, anything else you want to add to spring?
Nope.
Okay, well that brings us to the summer, and summer is my second favorite part of the year. Probably, actually, my gosh, it's probably tied for second with winter. I like winter. Summer is probably my second though, just barely, just because there's so much more to do in the summer. Summer times are really when it's happening here in Eau Claire, Wisconsin.
I was gonna say summers are by far my favorite.
Well, maybe you should talk about it then.
There's just so many things to do, like floating down the river, going to music in the park, all the different events. It's like people come out of hibernation in the summer and go out and do things, are outside all the time. Which is really nice when you have a dog too.
Yeah.
You can
Shout out Daisy.
Right, Daisy.
Right, Daisy. You like the summer too, don't you, baby girl? Daisy, what do you think? Are you a fan of summer too? She's like, oh, Dad.
Loves the summer.
She loves it. She loves going to Lois Creek. I know if you guys have been watching these videos, Lois Creek has been like brought up multiple times on my YouTube channel. Yeah, we spend a lot of time outdoors in the summer. Hammocking is one of our new favorite things to do in the summer.
Lois Creek? Yep.
At Lois Creek, grab some hammocks and go out to a park and find some couple trees that are close enough together and read some books or have a picnic or whatever.
While Daisy tries to dig holes.
Yeah,
Great.
it's awesome. Another one of my favorite things to do in the summer is just go four-wheeling. We have four-wheelers not too long, like probably an hour from here. We store them, and that's one of my favorite things to do in the summer. Another favorite thing is to go to the beaches. There's a lot of little local lakes with beaches around here. Tons of fishing to do. Hiking up north if you want to drive up north.
Mm-hmm.
What else is to do? Go downtown, go to Ramone's and get some ice cream and go for a walk through.
Yeah.
Go for a walk through Phoenix Park on a nice sunny day. That's like highlight of my summer right there.
Walking downtown, ending at Ramone's on a hot day is the best.
My fave.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, summers are amazing. If you guys can make it here to Eau Claire, Wisconsin in the middle of summer, you'll absolutely fall in love.
It's beautiful too. Just like springtime, everything's green.
Yeah.
Everything's growing. It's just gorgeous.
That's my favorite thing about Eau Claire, actually, now that I've traveled a little bit more, just understanding how much trees we have here. I mean, you can just see me behind me. We have a bunch of condos behind us here, and you can see there's just tree after tree after tree. And it's like almost like the condos they literally have a woods in their backyard.
Yeah, and
It's
we're
just-
in a fairly populated neighborhood.
Yeah, and there's still just trees everywhere.
I don't think there are any negatives to summer in Eau Claire.
I would say the one negative is the humidity can get high.
Yes, that's true. If you can see my hair right now, it's a little poofy because it's humid
Let's
today.
get a little look at that. Turn around. Do a little spin. Yeah, it is a little poofy, isn't it?
Oh my god.
So yeah, and is there anything else you want to add to summer? I feel like there's way too much to talk about summer that I'm just missing a bunch of stuff. But
It's just the best. I think a big, awesome thing to do at least once if you're in Eau Claire in the summer is to go floating down the river.
ooh, yes.
Grab a little floaty, grab a couple drinks, grab a couple friends. Takes about an hour or so to float.
More like 2 hours.
Depending on where you start and where you end, but
The most common spot to start and end is start at Phoenix Park. There's a little beach down there.
Mhm.
And you start there and you go all the way down to Zorn Arena. Zorn,
Mhm.
Z-O-R-N. And that's like the most popular little spot to go. So yeah, that's cool. Summer's awesome. And that brings us to my favorite time
is
of
it
the year.
Zorn or the hockey?
Hockey, I think it is Zorn. I don't know, the hockey arena. The is it UWEC?
Mhm.
Hockey arena. So that brings us to my favorite part of the year, which is going to be fall time. And fall, in my opinion, is the perfect temperature. It's 60s to 70s.
He likes it a little colder, so if you like warm weather, summer is going to be your favorite month or season. But if you like that kind of a little chilly,
crispy.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, it's
not
just
so humid.
Summer does get hot and it's humid, and so my favorite part about fall time is that it does get to be like 50 degrees right away in the morning, and then it does get down to like, let's go this way. Does get down up to like 60s and 70s on average, I'd say, in the springtime. And one of my favorite things to do, I know Klein doesn't really like to do this, but I like to go to apple orchards because it's
We've never gone to an apple orchard before.
I know we haven't. But it's one of my favorite things to do, just because you can get like wagon rides around the apple orchard, and you can try caramel apples, and I don't know, it's just a cool experience, I guess. There's a lot of apple orchards around here, so it's one of the things I did as a kid, so I always like to do it now. Just go around and try different apples. By the way, Honeycrisp apples,
the best.
They are the best, and there's nothing better than you can literally pick your own apple crisp apples right off the trees and purchase them by the bushel, right from the apple orchard itself. So that's one of my favorite things to do. Pumpkin patches. What else did I do in the springtime? I guess just driving around and seeing the scenery, the leaves changing colors.
What is your favorite apple orchard here?
I don't know. I honestly don't really know. I think they're all cool. I don't think it's necessarily one apple orchard. Actually, it's Ferguson's. Ferguson's is like, it's only like 5 or 10 miles out north of or south of Eau Claire. So that's probably my favorite one, just because it's super accessible and easy to get to. Have you ever been there to Ferguson's?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot to do there, actually. You can go for rides. You can go feed it. There's like a little petting zoo there. So that's cool. I guess fall time is just my favorite part of the year, just because of the colors of the trees. They all just start changing colors. You really can't blink an eye though, because those trees, when they start changing color, they change really quick. And the weather just makes it a great time to spend a lot of time outside. Have campfires and s'mores. You come to Wisconsin in the spring or a fall, please tell me you have a spot to have a campfire and some s'mores. Camping is a great thing to do year round. Summer, not year round. Scratch that. Winter, no, don't do that. But in the middle of summer and fall, literally camping is one of my favorite things to do. Last summer we drove up north of Wisconsin up to Bayfield area, and we camped.
So beautiful. For
like 3 nights right on Lake Superior. That was probably one of my favorite trips ever. Just so pretty, and it's not very populated up there either.
Like Door County. It's very beautiful like Door County, but it's not so popular.
Not very popular, so that you don't have much people. We went kayaking. We looked at right along the coast of Lake Superior. There, it's called what is it called? The Sea Caves. So you kayak the Sea Caves. That's a really cool thing to do. There's so much stuff to do around Wisconsin. From Eau Claire, Wisconsin, you can drive to Door County in a day. You can drive down Madison. You can drive to Minneapolis, St. Paul if you want to do more city stuff. You can go up north to Bayfield, or you can just go up to stick local. We have several lakes you can go boating on, go to beaches, Lake Eau Claire, Lake Altoona. There's Half Moon Beach right downtown Eau Claire. And yeah, so if you guys are thinking about moving here, make sure that you reach out to us if you are thinking about buying a property. We work with people all year round, hundreds of people who are wanting to move to Eau Claire area. You'd be surprised how many people are moving to this area that are relocating for a new job or new life, to be closer to family. So if you guys are moving to this area, make sure you reach out to us. We want to make sure you guys get the right neighborhood, so it fits your lifestyle. And if you guys are renting, I did make a YouTube video on the best way to find a rental property, so make sure you go follow my channel. We put these videos out once a week for everybody so that you guys can get value. We're the only channel that talks about what it's like to live in Eau Claire that I'm aware of, and we do it consistently. Best way to reward us is just by subscribing and liking these videos, and most importantly, giving us a call if you are thinking about moving to this area. So I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. We're gonna have a good rest of our night walking Daisy Girl here. And yeah, say bye, Klein.
Bye.
Bye.